Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. In the last episode, Mr. and our beautiful friends over here, we have freed Akara. We found a little backstory regarding what the hell happened on the night of Jake's murder. Specifically that her sister was having an affair with Zendalor, and if you don't know who that is, just in case, he is a wizard who you meet in Divinity, Dragonite Saga, and the Immortal Throne. I think that was the expansion's name. I forget, it's been many years since I last played it. And he also pops in the first Divinity original, sorry, not Original Sin, it was either called Divine Divinity or Beyond Divinity, the very first Divinity game. And funny that he was the one who Leandra tried to assassinate, and Akara is the one who saved him from Jake's murder attempt. Anyway, you're thinking why I might be back in the treasury room. So we never really did truly figure out how to use the Royal Guard's talisman, right? And I read online that you need to wear it and stand right in the center for like 10 seconds. And your talisman will be exchanged for the winter ring, I believe. Or something like that. There it is.
What's this? Something seems to have materialized in my pocket.
I'm not going to be the one to fish it out if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, and we got the winter ring. The amulet does disappear, unfortunately, but let's see where it is. It might be one of these. Not this one. The winter ring. It gives willpower, intelligence, and unlocks the skill Ice Shard. It might be maybe useful to Jahan, and the music disappeared again. It might be useful to Jahan, in case he needs to get an extra skill unlocked. So I will give it to him. He'll benefit from it. Unfortunately, it does mean that we lose the amulet, and it was a good amulet, really. Oh, but I also get a winter amulet. So it's a ring and the amulet. Oh. Well, interesting, okay. Inflict frozen on contact. You also get +1 speed and some air resistance. Well, you might as well equip it now. Why not? She also has her charisma amulet and the lore master one. So theoretically, I can even have that. Yeah, lore master, charisma, and reflect damage is water damage. I don't know how exactly it works, but okay. I'll just keep it as is. And yeah, finally our guys have leveled up. Miss did, Mr. did. So that's great news. And the other part is we need to go to the well that is somewhere not far from the lava pits. I think over here. Although for safety, I should probably take the frozen forest teleporter. There's also supposedly a chest, I think. Unless it was talking about this one, the coffin. Let me just quick save because I feel like these guys got enabled. Either that or I'm imagining things. Nope, I guess that was it, pretty much. No mystical chests or anything. Oh, my bad. And yeah, so we're gonna probably just go to the forest. Sorry, but I just really wanted to double check that this was indeed it for us. Oh, the crazy deer still running around, I guess. We gotta go this way. And we need to stick over here. Let's see. Oh, there's another prison I missed. Well. Well. I missed one of those guys. I thought I've seen everything, but I guess I did not. A troll encased in ice. Lovely. And what did I get? I get a scroll. Winter Blast. What do you have, Jahan? You have Ice Shard. And you have a blank skill book, and you do have a Winter Blast, but it's too low level for you. He needs two more levels up. Sorry, levels before he can actually proceed with it. And he might need a higher Hydrosophy. He's maxed out with Air Surge, so he's good on that front. Hydrosophy should be his next priority. I'm also curious what other level skills it has, so you know what? Maybe I'll hold off on him. Let's check with you. I have 4 skill points. Wrong section. Let's see. We can do Witchcraft, we can do Geomancy. And I certainly need a higher Geomancy. I might as well invest 1 point into it. And for Craftsmanship, my base is at 2, so I need 3 skill points to level up. Or something that really beefs up Lore Mastery even higher. I have an amulet, but I'm not sure how much I'd like to wear it all the time. So at some point I'm gonna have to level up the skill. Beautiful. Really. So I have Water of Life. I'll give it to Jahan. And the Ice Wall Scroll. It's not the most useful one though, but Dexterity and Intelligence, Anyway, so let's quick save before dealing with this troll. Hello.
What have you done, you hot-fleshed fiend? You have freed Hydesy and the Disemboweler. Death for such a crime! Death!
The Disemboweler is drawing time. Is he really that bad? You know, I'm very curious to find out. Let's roast these snowmen. A nice way to put it, I guess. There's only 2 of them. And the one big giant troll. Please ricochet the snowman. Oh well, I guess I'll just do some normal attacks. Why don't you give yourself better vision?
Powerful perception.
Oh, I know what you can do. You can give yourself elemental resistances.
Brave the elements.
Ooh, that was a critical hit. Well, that was interesting. And I think I'll just stick with a good old ricochet. That one gets stunned, and I can just keep hitting it. And he cursed the troll. Fantastic. Ah, you're in my way. Here, summon a little fireball to help me. He's very chilled, but that's fine. He'll survive. He might kill this one. Or not.
Blitzbolt!
And I failed to stun him with my dashing good looks. Or rather, Jahans's dashing good looks. Right. Um, 94%. Ah, let's try. You should be able to more or less hit him efficiently. It's fine. She's just a summon, really. Oh, I was stuck behind a wall all this time. Beautiful. Not sure why he went around like that, but okay.
Die, vermin!
Oh, there, Crystal Shatterer. Hyzir is in your debt for his freedom. I am beholden to you, yes. So much so that I will leave your liver where it is, and thereby is my debt erased. I wonder how you got here. A common human in the land of Fairy, upon the snowy soil of HIBERHEIM. You must have found a rift of some kind. Oh, very, very interesting.
Sorry, my characters are kind of like in the middle of dying. I need to step away with everybody. Okay. The snowman called you Hazia the Disemboweler. Care to elaborate?
Ho, ho, ho. My pet name speaks for itself, does it not? I just lied, don't you know? Love to dig right into plump little bellies with my bare, clawing hands and drag the innards out into the daylight. Oh, the deep, deep satisfaction.
You're really one crazy troll.
To hear the howls of my ravaged honeys, to see them strewn about all inside out, and me standing over them, huffing, puffing, panting, pumping. Oh, the deep, sweet stains of satisfaction.
Well, tell me about King Boreas.
King? Ha! What a farce. A fool he is, for he is a jailer, and a jailer spends all his time in jail. A taker of freedom is he, and for what? Because some indulge in rather outlandish passions. Got a pig and bucket its blood to make black puddings with, then you're an honest butcher. Got a girl and do the same, then all of a sudden you're a maniac. Talk about your double standards.
What do you know about this place?
Only that it is a vast realm filled with soft, big-bellied creatures. And here was I just looking on, wanting, desiring, craving, lusting. Yes, I am beholden to you.
I'll take my leave.
Hold up. You let me out of that ice. Clearly, you've a nice, big, sympathetic bone in that body of yours. What say you hand over that rift spell, and we'll all be on our way?
You must be the vilest psychopath I ever met. I am not going to tell you. I'm going to kill you.
You must be the vilest psychopath I ever met. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, that's like, I'm not even reading the other option because holy crap, he is unhinged. But first I should probably heal my party over here.
A stitch in time, hey, my friends?
Almost there. Maybe I should have just not free him at all and just keep him in his icy prison. Like, I really feel bad about killing the snowman now. Not all are bad, mind you. Oh boy. I'll summon this thing here.
Mistress
Maybe.
of the Tempest, fight for us.
And let's see how you like it to be disemboweled.
And let's see how you like it to be disemboweled.
Suit yourself, little shatterer. The time has come for you to be shattered. It's time to claw and drag.
Well, now we're all the way up there. Okay, he did hammer time on Jahan. That's not so terrible. He is shield though. Oh wait, not Jahan, it was Medora. Oh, okay, you picked the right target, fella. Really. Also, I'm curious about, okay, I cannot check. Did I pick the right option for Mr.? Did he also get altruistic? I hope he did, because, yeah, that's a good one. But I really badly wanted to check this guy's stats. I should be able to freeze him, though. Yeah, you'll suffer from a bitter cold, my friend. Or rather, a very nasty foe. Let's see. How do you like getting hit with earth? It heals you. Okay, well, good to know. I cannot help Medora, unfortunately. I can, however, just shoot you. Okay, you are weak to fire, but I am having the wrong bow. Yeah, I have the wrong bow. Switch for the one that has water damage. Because I don't want this guy to burn. He's weak to water damage. Let's see what exactly you are. Weak to fire. You have really high resistances to everything except air, fire. Water is next thing. That's about it, really. Can't really hit him with that thing, unfortunately. I can, however, hit you with my own personal guard over here. He's still frozen, good. And now he's blinded, which is fantastic. What should I do with you? Should I use an arrow? Well, I already do piercing damage, so it's not like it's all that super useful.
Time to burn the candle at both ends!
Just in case, might as well give myself some elemental resistances.
Against all elements!
Unless he does elemental damage, which I'm not sure he does. Okay, you keep cracking at that icy sculpture. And my door is still down. Oh, beautiful. I think I also have an earth wand. Oh, yeah, I do. Ooh, I got some a lighting wand. Which set's cursed. Well, Not what I wanted to do. Spent a bunch of AP on it, really. I'm gonna attempt to lower his resistance. Yep, it worked. And now he's very stunned troll. When are you gonna get up, Medora? One more turn?
Fast track!
Now I can use fire, I guess. And he took quite a bit of a damage from that attack. I think I'd like to step away. Okay, he's no longer stunned. Might be a good time to use Jahan to get a little helper over here.
Now, stun!
Let's see. Can I explode any of the corpses? Yes, I can. And it stunned him, but also damaged us a little. That's fine. We can deal with this. And I'll use barrage on him. Well, that was an interesting journey. Now he's a butcher no more. To be honest, I really should have killed him instead of imprisoning him. I guess I'm gonna keep this consequence. I don't mind it as much. Anyway. What the hell happened with Jahan? He just kind of went and exploded for a little bit. Anyway, so they should be both altruistic. On the same capacity. Total score of 6. Yep, you're exactly the same. Good. I wanted to know that. Particularly. Right, so I need to go around this thing. Apparently there's a remain of a dead snowman. Well, I guess no one has to worry about this this hostile thingamajiggy.
Bless the 7 I am restored.
I do feel bad for the snowman, but I don't know.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Like, because the dilemma is, should he still be encased in the icy prison, knowing that one day he might be freed by somebody, and there would be no one to kill him or stop him? You know what? I don't think that snowman deserved this fate. Oh, shoo. Oh wait, no, that's okay. My last save was before I even killed him. So you know what? We're gonna keep things as is. But it was interesting to observe and find out. Right, so this is the wrong thing. The right thing is right over here, where we killed the Shamble dude. And that sentinel is over there. Oh, you're gonna have to help me out, sir. Oh, wait. There you go, there's the well. And now... Okay, now maybe I can chat with you, perhaps?
Well, Wanderer, this well is still stuck here, willing to weep at any weed.
What's this? The spell? How wonderful! What a joyous surprise! Wanderer, you've saved me. Come near to me and read it. If all goes well, I should be back in Sicil with Wally in no time.
Okay, so I should now read the spell. Well, good thing I talked to you first. Well, teleportation scroll. Of all requests, well transportation? Our Boris's last screw must be quite loose. Nevertheless, the Master Mage is hardly one to refuse the king. Speak this enchantment near the well in question and it shall fly to the intended plane. Peef, poof, paff, fly well. Really?
Simply wonderful. The spell, it's working. This well is being willed back to Sicil. Will you visit Wally and I again? Oh, wisest wanderer. We'd weep with joy to witness your return.
We'll meet again, Wanderer. We will.
Up and the entire well just disappeared. We will visit him. Maybe it's gonna be a great idea to get out of this realm once and for all, because, you know, we are done in here. We're done exploring, we're done questing in HIBERHEIM, etc. And yeah, the prisoner, he can stay encased in ice for all I care. Because I don't really want to kill the snowman over him. I thought it might be the same thing where they posed me a question whether I can side with the warden or the prisoner, but no, they just skipped it altogether. And to be honest, they are doing their duty. They're guarding the prisoner pretty well. Although not as much as the others, because there were only 2 snowmen for this one, even though he's a pretty dangerous criminal. Even crazier than the others. So yeah, no, I don't want to do that. They don't deserve that fate. Anyway, so might be a good time to actually go to the end of time. That kind of, maybe somewhat of a pun, I guess. Unintentional.
We meet again, and well met you are. Did you know I've constructed a little theory about you both? Yes, I have indeed.
Well. Interesting. You're pining too, in a sense. Did you know that I literally just liberated one of the brothers who is also well? I guess he kind of did. Anyway, so let's continue.
The theory is this. You are not you. Or rather, you are you, but you is not all there is to you. And that goes for both of you. But I see you're staring at me like a cow stuck in an astronomy lesson, so let me start again. I think that you carry 2 souls inside of you. One that belongs to the mortal human beings that you are now, and one that belongs to certain someones with whom we've both become acquainted. You remember that segment of the tapestry your efforts helped to mend, don't you? The 2 great generals? How they led the battle against the Void's first attack on Rivellon?
Are you implying that the souls of those 2 generals are within us?
It would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Your connection to the Void, your presence here at the end of time. True, the mystery of Starstone remains, but at this rate, we'll have it sorted out in 2 shakes of Ahu's tail. As luck would have it, a new portal awaits. Perhaps answers do as well, so onward.
Well, let's chat with my friend over here.
A second soul? Do you think it could be true?
Let's see, what are our options? His theories are nonsense. I am who I am and no other is soul. Wait, and no other is soul is sharing joint custody with my body. That was such a weird phrase. I am who I am and no other soul is... Oh, okay. I was reading the wrong way. Yeah, actually no, I was reading the right way. I am who I am and no other soul, extra is... we don't need it, is sharing joint custody with my body. The other option, why not? You don't have to convince me there's something infinitely great innate to my being. I don't like both of these options. I mean, let's agree to disagree that we know something is not quite right with us. We don't know exactly what it is. After all, Zigzags does point out that it's a theory. It might be true, considering how others responded to us. Even the elemental kings called us, what did they call us? Guardians or something? Which are the same two generals, maybe. Are they not, maybe? I don't know. It might be related to the tapestry segment that we've seen before. But I'm not gonna say that they're nonsense, because I don't think they are. They might have some merit to it. No one knows for sure. You don't have facts to disagree with it or to approve it. Let's just say there might be something to it. We just don't know what it is.
Why not? You don't have to convince me there's something infinitely great innate to my being.
Let's see, I myself don't believe a word of it. That historian has lost more marbles than I have souls, and that much I assure you. Or, yes, just look at the events we've set in motion. Our souls are meant to soar, and they'll soar yet. To be honest, it does seem like we've set something in motion.
Ha! Yes, just look at the events we've set in motion. Our souls are meant to soar, and they'll soar yet.
We're spiritual, you know what? I like that. Hall of Flames. Oh, okay, so we unlocked one of these rooms. The elemental rooms. Ikara should now be here too, by the way, so we should go chat with her. I'm just wondering if any of these activated. Did I visit this one? To the Hall of Secrets. Oh, well, there's Zigzags. So that must have been the one that officially opened up. But then there's the other ones over here. Oh, wait, we already activated this one before. My bad. These ones are all inactive. Does the statue want to speak? No? Oh well, I guess we'll just chat with Zigzags instead. And I've lost my way around. Oh gosh. I keep turning around like crazy. Okay, well there's our teleporter. Ooh, that's a long staircase into nothingness, but just a giant tree and a floating rock. Or rocks, really. Okay, you wanna chat?
I wonder who awaits.
Okay, we heard this before.
What have we here? A study?
Wonderful. About time you got an education.
That was so rude. That was so rude. I thought you guys were educated enough. I mean, you became source hunters. You went to the academy.
Guardians. Dear guardians. When I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in upon themselves.
Oh, I remember what the elementals called us actually. They didn't call us guardians. I think they called us avatars. But it's the same thing, in a sense. Well, not the same thing, but it's like avatars. Like, in a sense, like, not a reincarnation, but like some kind of, different physical appearance or something? I don't know, but I might not remember the correct definition of the word, but something in relevance to, you know, how someone is like an avatar of some other, I don't know, a hero or something. So yeah, okay, so they were avatars, and I guess she is calling us guardians, okay. But I swear I heard it before, probably from the tapestry. But she called us the guardians, so hey, Zigzags, your theory's probably true.
But oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You did not want it, but you took it upon yourselves nonetheless, though many wailed and many wept. In a ruptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled, you renounced life and liberty to stand guard and protect every last morsel of creation. When I despair, I think of your sacrifice. In my darkest hours, I cherish the resolve that was you.
Good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
And yeah, so Astarte. And we've certainly heard her name mentioned a lot of times in the market. Like one of the merchants is like, buy Astarte! Something, something, something. Dearest Henry, dear cousin and king, the honorable generals baffle me. Their behavior has become puzzling and erratic. They are the saviors of our realm. They are worshipped by man and divinity alike. Yet they wander down strange and solitary paths. Word has reached me today that one of them has gone, vanished. Why, I wonder, why would they do such a thing now, and that the very world is theirs to command? And the other, such force, such sudden ruthlessness, such tyranny, a betrayal almost of the principles they fought for. These tidings sadden me beyond compare. I think of what could have been and despair. What is it? There must be an answer. What is it that riles them so? Signed, Lady Helena, Countess of Lilielint. Oh my gosh, that was a hard one to pronounce. But I guess we found more diaries. There's a book. Probably a random book. Tales of the Seven Gods. Did I read this one? I don't remember. But anyway, the seven gods were still young when they decided that each of them should have their own race to guide through the eternal flow of time. And thus it happened that Rallig, the most powerful of all gods, became the patron of the humans. The burly Duna created the dwarves in his own likeness and even lived alongside them in the mountainous caverns. Tersen Delius, the poet, went into the woods and created the elves. He blessed them with near immortality and wisdom. The reptile goddess Zerlstissa wished to command a proud warrior race, and thus she created the lizard people, fierce fighters from the wastelands. The god Rogir, renowned for his brutality and violence, created the orcs and enslaved them for more than 300 years before he left Rivellon. Zanteza, the goddess of mirth and laughter, wanted an intelligent race, versed in the arts of magic around her. She created the imps, who were talented magicians and engineers. The goddess Amaria was an outsider, preferring to live in complete solitude. As the centuries passed, the six races spread over the continent. One day, Amaria's dalliance with a wizard resulted in the birth of several demigods. She granted her lover immortality and decided that she would act as the patron mother of the wizards. Although wizards are not considered a separate race, they had their own goddess to whom they paid tribute. Oh, interesting. You can actually find the same book in the second game, by the way. So that's good to know. We never meet most of any other races apart from, you know, imps, orcs. That's about it. We don't really meet an actual elf. Like, there is one by name. He's an elf, but appearance-wise, he does not look like an elf at all. If you compare him to Divinity Original Sin 2, at least, they really included every single one of the different races in their realm. I think you do see them in the very first Divinity game. I forget though, it's been a while since I last played it. Anyway, so there's another ancient letter. Esteemed General, esteemed Sovereign. As you know, the vanquished void lives still, but it caged in the imperishable God Box. We all fear it greatly, for it remains powerful even in confinement. The gods have told us. We need guardians. We need immortals that will safeguard the God Box and thereby safeguard our world forever. I can think of no better candidates than the two heroes that were the Void's first undoing. What say you, my sovereign? Will you heed the call of the divines? And will your honorable companion do the same? Signed, Henry, son of William, righteous king of Ferrell. Hey, we've seen the Duke of Ferrell. You know, the one who had the... I think he had the affair with, oh, what's her face? The wife of Jake's wife? Yeah, I forgot her name. But apparently she had an affair with him. With the Duke of Ferrell. Another book. Probably not that interesting. In the event of the Divine One's return, according to prophecy, the Divine One will lead our people into a better world. But what will this new world look like? I have read nearly all texts regarding Reuben Farrell, the author of the prophecy, and the more I study his words, the more inconsistencies I find. What kind of person would this Divine One be? Will every living being see his vision for the new world, or will the Divine One select individuals? According to prophecy, the Divine One will destroy all evil. How can lovers of creation advocate for the destruction? Can the Divine One really distinguish between good and evil? Or will he choose what is evil according to a preset moral code? I think this book is supposed to sort of help you set the timeline of the game. The Divine One is basically the character you play as in the very first game, where the player, well, I don't know if you played the game, but I'll give you a spoiler alert. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the protagonist in the first game is actually the Divine. You, the player, become the Divine in the first game, and this book is about that, I believe. So this game is really before you get that Divine One, you know, ascending to divinity. Well, the player ascending to divinity. Okay, end of spoilers. Right. Okay, we have a Jolly Skull, but I don't really need them at the moment. I think I'm fine with whatever I have right now. I'm more concerned about arrows and collecting the, whatchamacallit, essences now. Like essences of air, etc. Because we'll need them towards the end of the game for sure. Okay, let's proceed further. Oh! The Teller of Secrets. Okay. Well, we see an interesting person over here. And there is some kind of a table with 2 glowing statues. I wonder what that is about. Then there's a bucket, a hammer, aka the weapon. Okay, there's the Teller of Secrets.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn.
Tell me about yourself.
About me? The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world, and all our woe with loss of source, I remember. I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm, but secrets of my own I bring. The secrets of another world, perhaps not lawful to reveal.
How did you come to this place?
Which way I fly is here. Myself am here, but in the lowest deep. A lower deep still threatening to devour this homestead opens wide.
Not very direct, are you?
Whence thou returnest, and whither wentest, I know. Direction hardly signifies.
I am interested in finding out more about your secrets.
To ask or search, I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works and learn his seasons, hours or days or months or years.
Okay, so you sell treasure maps is basically kind of what it is. I think, at least. I'm not really sure. Ooh, Ancient Tome of Body Mystery. Compendium of Mortal Techniques. And Body Mystery. Oh, I can buy both, I think. And then there's the secrets and stuff like that. Let me save for a second. I do wonder, what do the secrets mean?
I give not you for lost.
Secrets from the stars. Let's just check what this does. I don't know if I'll okay. I don't know if I will need them or if I will like them even.
My map is slowly filling up with secrets.
Something got updated. Is that a quest? Legend of the Weresheep. Oh, secrets. Secret of the Black Cove Pirates. A blooded gift from the stars has upset many a ghost journey in the Black Cove. Is this like a treasure map? Did I save before I traded that thing? Oh, well, I guess that will be an investment, perhaps. Or... Oh, wait, no, I did quick save. Okay. Okay, so I guess they're kind of like a treasure maps or artifact maps. I guess I can come back here at some point. I am more interested in these two books, though.
Here more glorious and more dread than from no fall.
Okay. Let's see. What did you give me? Ancient Tome of Mystery. More Mortal Techniques. What did that do? Interesting. Did it give me this? Attribute points. I think it did. It gave me attribute points and now, sorry, attribute points over here just now, and the other one is skill points. Like a level up almost. Oh, that's very interesting. Do you restock at some point? I guess she does not.
From this descent, celestial virtues.
Well, I'm gonna have to think about what I do with these books if I want to purchase them. It's just not yet. Oh, although I do know I might have to give that more to Medora. She kinda needs it more than I do. With the attributes at least. And maybe skill points. There might be like a respec of some kind. Also, did I talk to her before I saved? You know what, just in case, let me just go through.
About me, I come no which way went thou to ask or search. I blame thee not.
Bye. Okay, good. Let's go back to zigzags. Oh hey, you're all of a sudden very jolly. Skipping in happiness. Or something like that. Look at you running. Now you're stopping over here.
There you both are. Marvelous. Your efforts have borne even more fruit. A new piece of the tapestry has been mended. The weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been rewoven. Rejoice, my friends, rejoice! For now we witness a tale from the eons torn from time, but now, thanks to you, restored.
After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The void was locked within, but still the question remained. Who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the first garden, home home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, Source. For time immemorial, the Guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
Interesting.
So that is who we were. Demigod Guardians of the God Box.
Let's see, that is not who we were. That is who they were. The ones that hijacked our souls. Demigods, immortals, I like what I'm hearing. Well, she's very optimistic about this, isn't she? Oh, yeah, sure, be optimistic, I guess.
Demigods. Immortals. I like what I'm hearing.
She's adventurous, I like that. You stand alone with that opinion. Even gods can die, and from what I've seen here in this realm, little good came from being a half-divine. As do I. We were beings of supreme importance once. Who's to say we cannot be again? Yeah, sure, why not?
As do I. We were beings of supreme importance once. Who's to say we cannot be again?
Oh, we're bold. Well, that's completely not what I thought it was about, but okay. You wanna chat?
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference?
I'm gonna probably... Oh, I don't know, actually. Let me think. I'm considering ice because Jahan may benefit from getting the more rare books that we can find. We already have fire, so yeah, why not ice?
And that is your final choice?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed. That is our final choice.
Thy will be done.
Zigzags?
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber.
I think it's pretty obvious, Zigzags. To the Hall of Frost, everybody! Ew, look at you over there, Stardet. Oh, shoot, I accidentally got out of the game. My bad. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, it's so cold in here, it hurts.
I think my very words may freeze and fall to the ground.
Oh, come on, HIBERHEIM was worse than this. It was a blizzard after all. This is just snowflakes. Nothing bad.
You say you will serve them. You say they have your loyalty still, despite their utter failure. Foolish creature. Chain your fate to theirs, and you are chaining it to certain downfall.
That remains to be seen. I do believe they will remember. I do believe I will serve them again despite your tricks.
Always am I the trickster. Always am I the malefactor. Yet all I do is speak the truth. They failed before, and they will fail again. The void, I can see it approaching in their eyes.
Oh, hey there, Mr. Trife, I guess. Well, there's an ancient letter. Why not read it? My friend and ally, your departure has been received with great dismay, but I understand you and I see in your absence an opportunity. To rule is to rule alone. Let not my power be divided, for power cannot be shared. Let that be our legacy. Let that be hers. You know what? I shall marry. Yes. To whom I care not. If the Union brings lands and gold and influence to my dominions, I shall be happy. The world will never have seen a sovereign such as I, and never will again. You will hear more from me, my friend. You will hear more from me through the legends that will be told. And I don't think there were any good legends, Mr. or Miss. I guess Mr. Tyrant. Anyway, start it! Let's chat!
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness.
Who are you?
Does my brilliant frost beguile you? I am ice, of course. A soldier of ice, to be explicit, and this is where I have dwelt across many eons. Here I wait for the day, if ever, I am called to serve the realm again.
What do you mean by calling this my home?
Could I be more explicit? This place is of your essence. Can't you feel it in your very bones, as I do in every crystal of frost within me? You belong here, and this place belongs to you. I cannot tell you why or how, but I know it to be true.
You say you have served this realm before.
Of course. Alongside my opposite, the eternal fire, we were summoned in service of a goal greater than the timeless battle between heat and cold. Yes, together we sought victory against the void. You can thank our great army for all of this, you know. For existence itself. Those were times of great proportions. The forces of nothingness pitted against those of life, and naught but ourselves marching to the beat set by our great leaders could stop the void's encroachment.
My god, that all of a sudden just became very loud. I mean, you might not hear because I have like, oh, what do you call it? Like, something to sort of make sure that my audio never gets super loud. You know what I mean? To make sure that no one's eardrums are gonna get murdered. But holy moly, she's killing me, my eardrums in my headphones. I'm not sure what happened over here, but okay. I'd like you to train me in ice magic.
Your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know?
Oh, thank God she's back to normal. Oh, yay, you're also an archery trainer. Ricochet, rain of arrows. I think, yeah, this is a master level for marksman. She's not selling everything though. She does not have the doctor ability. Unfortunately. She just have the master level thingamajiggy. Now, I'm gonna start buying essences off of them, actually, because we'll be needing these as much as possible. Ooh, you have a blank skill book of water. That's gonna be useful. Let's see, mass healing. Heals all within an area for 7 turns. Oh, everyone? Why in the world would I want to heal everyone? I just want to heal my allies. Water of Life, what do you do? I forget. 100% chance to set Vitality boosted for... Oh yeah, right, Vitality. Now this one might be interesting. Hail attack. 20 ice shards rain from the sky, each doing 72 to 76 water damage to entities within 17-meter range from impact. Then we have Ice Wall, but that one I don't like. Mass Disease. Disease all enemies within an area. So that one might be interesting. Disease lowers target's constitution by -3 and bodybuilding ability by -2. Winter Blast, that we have it already. Water Absorption, that's a different one. We have Rain. Mass Slow. Slow enemies around you. Radius of 14 meters. Okay, that's an interesting one. And yeah, Mass Heal. There might be more spells that she's not quite showing us, perhaps, but we'll see. Now, the one that is the hail attack sure sounds lovely. But we'll come back later.
Off to explore your abode, are you? Very good. I'm sure there's something around here that will jog your memory.
Well, I did read the diary over here. Well, sorry, an ancient letter. Apparently from one of the Guardians. The one who became a tyrant, which I think was a he. while the woman seems to have left, I think. Anyway, let's go to the Hall of Flames. Let's check our flamey guy, Deramus.
You've returned, my brilliant friend. What is it that you wish to know?
Not to know, but to buy. Thank you, though. Oh, that one I want to have. Meteorite Strike is gonna become very useful to us. Infectious Flame. Cast a magical flame that forks on impact and does some damage to each target and has 100% chance to set burning status. Immolation, Wildfire, Purifying Fire, Fire Absorption, Explode. Damage to yourself and to those within 6 meters around you. This might be useful if I get 100% chance, 100% resistance to fire. Then I can actually make use of the skill. Especially because it uses only 3 AP, which is really cheap. But that is something I should probably invest in. Self-immolation. Create fire surfaces around you with you in the middle. Fireball. Yeah, that's about it, really. And apparently those are all the stuff I sold to you at some point, I think. They look familiar anyway. Yeah, I believe I did sell them to you.
Take care, my friend.
I should probably make sure to keep their trading menu as clean as possible so that I don't accidentally well, I don't know, it's just for navigation purposes. Ah, look at that! Everyone filled out the throne room.
Still, one can't help but wonder where the gods have run off to in all this. The void won't spare them, you know. There's no hiding from the great nothing.
They clearly think us capable of averting the disaster alone, wouldn't you say? Or perhaps they're all off on a holiday in the fairy realm, tanning their divine bodies and drinking ambrosia cocktail with tiny umbrellas.
And why is of no import. This moment is all there is. The crux is what we do with it.
Each moment is but a speck of time come and gone. Each crux breaks one after the next, and all we do is talk. Yeah, all you guys are do is talking. What more can we do? We don't resonate with Starstones. Only the Guardians have that power. Are you saying I'm doing absolutely nothing?
Theirs is the sword, and this is a time for swords.
But if they succeed, the time of the pen will return. Forever.
So it shall. So it shall.
You know, I'm feeling very offended because all this time, you guys just were sitting on your butts, doing not much of anything, really. While I and my teammates over here, we were doing all the hard work. You, sir, did not even bother to tell us that you found an easier way to get into the prison way before us, and instead you forced us to go through the laborious, hard way of reaching you guys. This is just unfair. No, seriously, that's one thing I don't like about a lot of video games, is that everyone is always sitting on their arses somewhere and doing absolutely nothing while they send you, only you, to help the world and save the world. In that regard, I liked Gothic much better. It felt more realistic, much more organic in how it approached questing and how you get questing and how you interact with the quest givers and they with you. But anyway.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not?
Let's discuss the revolving threads of the tapestry of time.
It shall be my pleasure.
So, we have learned that the generals renounced their humanity to become immortal wardens of the God Box. But if their souls are fused with ours, something must have gone wrong.
How very right you are. These thoughts have been bubbling in my mind like so much drink in a still. But I believe they've finally transformed into something quite potable. From what I can gather, the following stands to reason. The generals were put in charge of the God Box, but they must have faltered. The void must have escaped, or how could it loom upon us once more? Perhaps that faltering could explain why their souls were loosed, and why those souls now reside so contentedly within you.
Let's discuss the rooms I have discovered here in the shelter plane.
Most certainly.
So what about the Teller of Secrets?
No more than that she is privy to secrets even I have a hard time getting to the root of. The Weaver told me she knows about starstones, where they are hiding in the dark. She'll ask you for a price for such information, this sharer of secrets. But then again, that information is quite priceless, is it not?
I've been to a chamber we should have probably called the Hall of Frost.
Got it in one. Wonderful place, isn't it? I find that a dollop of cold helps to concentrate when I'm writing my histories. Perhaps it will inspire you too. Much can be learned from elementals. Their forces are primal and ancient. Wield them and you wield the very cause of nature.
That is it, I think. Regarding the rooms we have, well, the new rooms. So I'd like to update you on my progress. I've seen Leandra at work in HIBERHEIM. Oh yeah, right, Leandra, sorry. I thought it said for a second Ikara. My bad. I've seen Leandra at work in HIBERHEIM. She's using starstones to turn them into bloodstones.
Of all the wicked things, the one substance that can stand in the way of the void, and she's turning it into vessels of blight. You'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find more starstones before she does and forestall her insidious distortions.
Yeah, I have some questions.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
Is there any new ones? Oh! Well, I can ask you about Zandelor and the Witch Sisters. What can you tell me about the car? She's right there, over here. Oh boy. But anyway, tell me about Zandelor and the Witch Sisters.
Indeed I can. The tapestry has revealed all. Saucy stuff, I can tell you that. But of course, you're professionals and interested in the dry facts only, not the smutty details. Suffice to say that though Zandelor and Ikara were an item, the wizard gave in to his baser instincts when her sister Leandra came a-wooing. Only, what truly interested her was not his body, but his mind and the secrets of the source buried therein. Jake was there too, waiting in the shadows to ascertain that between the two of them, they'd be able to subdue the wizard should he become unruly.
So that was her sole purpose, to deprive Zandelor of the secrets he holds.
No more. You see, he is instrumental to her plans. But when Zandelor became suspicious, she didn't hesitate to play the part of Black Widow, ready to kill after copulation, ready to break her sister's heart twice over.
To be honest, this is the exact part that is so wrong about what they did to Zandelor, because my god, he does not at all come across as this guy who is like, apparently has a hard time distinguishing, which interest he should pursue, Leandra or Ikara. I mean, considering that he was an item with Ikara, but he slept with her sister. It feels so wrong on all levels. Especially because this is not the character in the previous games. And this is something that I really hate about this game. And but I hate it even more what they did in the second game, because there's this one character in the second game that you see across most games, except this one. And that character, I feel like they completely, like whoever wrote Divinity Original Sin 2, they did not respect anything about the previous games whatsoever. They just decided to do their own thing instead and call it a Divinity game, which is like beyond like mind-boggling to me, because if you want to do something new, do it with the new characters. Why did you have to destroy the other characters that we know and love? Is it only just to garner attention from people who know this game before and played the previous series? Just to get their attention, but then kind of like almost like throwing a rotten apple in your face, or I don't know, when you show what you've done with these characters that we all know from the previous games. And the saddest thing is that most people, they don't know anything about the previous games. They only know about Divinity Original Sin 2, and that's about it. They have not played this first one, most of them. They have not played the Dragon Knight Saga and the subsequent continuation, not Immortal Throne, Flames of Vengeance. I remembered now, Flames of Vengeance. Or Divine Divinity or Beyond Divinity. And it's just so sad to me personally. Like, why in the world is this happening? I don't know. And so, like, right now, there's also supposed to be Baldur's Gate 3 coming out. I'll be honest with you, I never played the first two Baldur's Gates at all. A lot of people like it. I usually have a harder time to getting into the game, even though I do know, about Dungeons and Dragons, the tabletop game. I have played it before and stuff like that. But something about, the first two Baldur's Gates, and I have a hard time just getting into those games. But considering what happened with the original Sin series and how they veered off from what was established in the prior game series, especially with one storyline that never got really resolved, I guess, from the previous games. They did try to continue it from the first game into the second game and into the Dragon Knight Saga, and it kind of did end also on a sort of a cliffhanger in a sense, but they never went back to it, never even attempted to do anything about it or to resolve it. They just went into Original Sin 1 and 2 for some reason. I don't even know why. But considering what they did with Original Sin, I don't really have high hopes that Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna stay that faithful to the previous two games, considering what happened with the Divinity Original Sin series. Now, most of you guys might not know this. You probably don't even care about the past three games. They're really old. Probably not something you're not gonna even want to play, perhaps. So not a lot of people, like, how to say this? A lot of people have harder time playing older games because they see the graphics more, and for some people it's kind of like a barrier. And they have a harder time, I guess, maybe enjoying the game that they're playing because they concentrate more on the graphics. I guess in part it is because nowadays we're being essentially spoiled, if you think about it, with these awesome new graphics from a lot of AAA titles, big studios, stuff like that, and we're just very used to seeing much higher detail, much higher fidelity, resolution, smoother frame rates. Even though I keep playing at around 30 frames per second, but I think it's alright. I don't have issues with not playing in higher frame rates, I'll be honest with you. A lot of people for some reason do, I don't know. But, yeah, but anyway, what was the point? I forgot. But anyway, but a lot of people have a harder time to play older games because of all of that. And so they all miss on what kind of details and storylines and writing, soundtracks, like what exactly went with the older titles. And most older games that you're gonna find before, I would say, maybe 2013 or 14, because the graphics weren't great, you had to really make it up with great storytelling, great characters, great gameplay. For instance, one of the good examples I can think of is the older Fallouts, actually. Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic, even though I don't like what happened in the middle of the story where it went off, because the beginning was fantastic, and then all of a sudden it just kind of went like downhill for me. But anyway, those were some of the greatest jewels, along with Gothic, actually, that too. Gothic 1 and 2. Those were really some of the greatest jewels of, if you look at the older games pre-2012, 13, etc. And they really immersed you. They really thought about the environment. They really thought about what kind of interactions you're gonna have, what kind of dialogues, how would the society exactly, I would say, what kind of society it's gonna be, how you, the player, are gonna interact with it, what you're gonna witness. You know, in Fallout 1 and 2, it was all the, how to say this, like the destitute, the apocalyptic vibes, but not only vibes, it's also, you know, a lot of things in terms of morality that are happening. You know, there's drugs, there's slavery, there's a lot of bandits and other people who just kidnap people and do horrible things to them and then sell them and stuff like that. There's also the mutations that come from the you know, the nuclear bombs that were detonated everywhere in the world. And you also see how humanity is trying to recover it, and in a lot of parts they really went backwards, like they were tribes, because people were concerned about survival, so a lot of knowledge throughout years was lost, and they became more simple, I guess, is probably the better way to phrase this. While some others tried to reform cities or live in the walls and stuff like that. And then you see the different interactions between, for example, well, at least if you ask the characters, they'll tell you more in depth regarding what they think of one faction, which is like, for example, what do the Vault Dwellers think of those who are outsiders to them. And they don't only tell you, they also show you this. Like, they make it kind of like, for instance, difficult to get into one of the cities that is primarily run by people who originally came from a vault and just formed their own settlement and stuff like that. And a bunch of other things throughout the series. In Arcanum, for instance, it was politics that were also pretty interesting. They also had an interesting morality system and how it interacted with the companions, and especially which companions you could or could not pick up. I also like the way the persuasion system worked in there, how it would, if you're a master of persuasion, it would allow you to recruit anyone regardless of morality, because you were that good. you were that charming, that great, that like you had like the divine silver tongue, essentially, to make sure everyone in your party is happy regardless of which moral ground they stand on. And stuff like that. It's just so many different things, so many different interactions and quests and dialogues and portrayal of, you know, what's going on in this faction or the city or that town. And in a lot of games nowadays, you don't see as much of it, or if you do, it's done in a very inorganic way. But anyway, like, there was far more respect to the world, what you created so far, and how you want to progress with it back then than it is nowadays. I assume it also happens because developers and writers, you know, they come and go from company to company, and I assume that's what happened with the original Sin series, perhaps, and stuff like that. But anyway, I went off topic. Let's continue the dialogue.
Slayer, Blood Craver, Void Tika. All-round lovely lass, ain't she?
Not really, but yeah, thanks. Thanks for the info. You, lady, let's chat with you.
How might I serve our mission?
Right, so I've met Leandra in the realm of HIBERHEIM. She's using starstones to create bloodstone.
Leandra. She desires to be Mother of the Void, but you have the power to undo her born-in-blood litter. Though they be baptized in blood, you can cleanse the starstones still, and use them to thwart their grim queen.
Let's see. There are some questions.
Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything new? Okay, nothing new over here. I guess there's nothing with her. Bye. You.
Source Hunter. Welcome. Welcome.
I've learned about the relationship between Zandelor and the Witch Sisters. You told me you had no idea who the stranger in the inn could have been.
Yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandelor is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source Hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character.
Keeper of the Source? I forget, but I don't think he had that title in the previous games. At least, I don't remember. Oh well. Anyway, let's talk about Source Hunter business.
By all means.
No. There's absolutely nothing. Bye. Well, finally, one last person of interest. Ikara herself.
Why? I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour. From the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again?
This is our homestead on the shelter plane at the end of time.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
Let's see, let's start from the beginning. How is your sister involved with the dire happenings around Rivellon?
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source, but our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
Then it's true. You are a sorcerer.
I am, but there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences.
What consequences do you mean?
Tell me, Source Hunter. In all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle? That we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter? No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion.
You mean to blame Leandra's doings on we Source Hunters?
No. No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order. but it was I who sparked all of this.
You mean someone of our own order killed your parents?
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The source hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done.
What became of Leandra and yourself?
From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
Tell me, what happened between yourself, Leandra, and the wizard?
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the 3 of us, but base impulse would undo us.
What do you mean by base impulse?
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
What's next? How do we stop Leandra?
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them? Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute, but we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why.
What can you tell me about infiltrating the mines?
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister. Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
Is there no redeeming your sister?
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand, my hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
Let's discuss the soul forge between you and Leandra.
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
So let's discuss the mines.
The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
Okay, never mind, I'll take my leave. And over here is well, indeed, I'll take my leave of these guys. I'll make sure to walk away so that their conversation does not bother me. So anyway, I'm gonna have to end the episode right over here, actually. We've really been playing this game for quite a while. Or rather, I've been playing this game for quite a while. You've been watching it for quite a while. We certainly did a bunch of new discoveries regarding HIBERHEIM that I missed. There is the business with the Well brothers, but you know what? Let's actually check on them. There is one thing that they can help me out greatly, but for that, I don't know if I need to do one thing first or later. We gotta go to the old church for that. And the well should be somewhere over there. Oh, it's actually might be faster to travel to the grove. Okay. Sicil, the grove. Okay. Now, go over here, and there are the two wells. I can see them already. Walter McWishingwell and William McWishingwell. I think William is the new one, but Walter is the one who's the quest giver, I think.
You went and whisked Willie back to Wally. Wow! Whip out your wallet and wing a bit of gold my way, and I'll wow you in return. This well wishes to work his magic.
Apparently I could ask more about him. Tell me more about your brother. What happened to him?
What a wonderful day! You brought him back!
I guess he doesn't want to chat. How about yourself?
I'm wild with delight now that Willie's where he ought to be. Thank you.
Can you grant me a wish?
What would you like to wish, our most willing friend? Decide how much you're willing to spare, and I'll will you something wondrous in accordance.
I'll give you 400 gold.
Working your way into the big leagues, huh? Well, here's your reward anyway.
What did that do? Where did I get the milk from? I think I need to wander around in one place specifically before I come back to these guys.
Walter, look! Our wanderer has returned to us. Hail, hero! How now?
Can you grant me a wish?
Oh, woe is the wish granter, whisked so far from where he lays his hat. His powers grow weary, given enough time, and his wishes wear away as his woes wax.
I won't be able to manage much anymore, but perhaps there's still a way. What say I will some of this dreadful weather away? I think I can still manage that, and for 2,050 gold, you, wanderer, can wish which weather I switch. Perhaps I can wind down this wild blizzard, or wipe out the lava-burbling volcanoes to the north. What do you say?
I just wonder, exactly what does that entail?
What a wonder to enjoy the tinkle of gold inside me. So...
Oh! The snowstorm.
We should end this snowstorm.
You're
Okay,
right.
not really what I wanted, but okay, so I have to come back later to this smashing gentleman of a well over here. I hope you guys are gonna do well, really. I don't have yet what I need from these two, so I should come back later. I guess I'll end my episode in Silverglen instead. This? Might as well do away with Silverglen, because I'll need to do shopping.
Welcome to Silverglen.
And we might as well explore everything else about this place, including a bunch of these immaculate buildings and chit-chat with the right people. Stuff like that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry that you'll probably see me cutting up a part where I do tell some spoilers. I gave some warning, but I decided to cut it out because maybe it's for the best if I actually talk about these things at the very end of the game. At least that's what I believe to be more accurate and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, still, nonetheless, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. I do apologize for my rant regarding what they did with Zandalar. It's just that it really pisses me off when any media does that with any beloved book, movies, TV shows, video games, stuff like that. It just breaks my heart when I see that. And stuff like that. Anyway, I will see you later. Bye-bye.